Like, they blew up an entire planet.
Yeah.
And we're all kind of like, are they that bad?
I love the people that are like, oh, I would totally be in the Empire. It's like, don't say that.
Welcome to the Nerd News Podcast, starring Tyson Cox and Tyler Waltz.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to, I believe this will be episode 13.
13
of the Nerd News Podcast.
We're not going anywhere.
We are not, although I do believe you were the one that told me 90% of podcasts don't make it past 15 episodes.
It's like some crazy number where it's like 5 episodes.
Yeah.
And then 90% of that who make it past 5 don't make it past 20.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
So-
Quitters.
So yeah, I got a big
Losers.
surprise on episode 19. But yeah, welcome to the Nerd News Podcast. My name is Tyler Waltz with my lovely co-host.
Who's the lovely host? It's
You'll
not
meet
me. I'm a rad bad boy.
Yeah, you give off that bad boy
I'm a
energy.
naughty boy.
Ugh.
Tyson Cox. How
There
y'all
it
doing?
is. I'm doing pretty good. So this is our second episode with the new format.
Yeah, Thursday.
So yeah, I guess it's it's the new episode with the new format. So it hasn't even been a week since we've recorded. Because
Yeah.
normally we start with how was your week?
Yeah, can
But,
change it up.
The same as 2 days ago.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Do you have any big plans?
Yes, we have big plans.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. September
Sunday-
11th,
Yeah, 9/11.
9/11,
We are going to go see my favorite band of all time,
all time.
in Indiana, here. It is Ninja Sex
I
Party.
was like, are you going to tell them?
Yeah, nope. Guess.
Do the research.
Look up all 9/11 concerts
It's
and
like
guess which one
yeah.
we're going to be on.
It's like a true crime podcast, but worse. Like, I can
right.
solve this, but I don't want to.
Yeah, right.
I don't care that much.
But yeah, Ninja Sex Party. I'm actually wearing Shadow Academy, which is the other band that the main guy of Ninja Sex Party does.
What was his name again?
Dan Avedon.
Dan Avedon.
One of my all-time faves of humans. Just always comes off as a good dude, very funny. Fun fact, the reason I have long hair.
It's his fault.
It is his fault. Yeah,
His hair was so good, it had to make bad hair.
Yeah, well, it's kind of funny because I'd never had long hair before. All I knew is that if it got any more than buzzed, it was curly. Mm-hmm. But I got a job as an accountant.
Yep.
Which is normally where long hair stories come from.
That's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I was like, this old rag.
And I asked my boss, I was like, is there like a dress code or anything here? Like, if I grew out my hair a bit, is it going to be a problem? Excuse me, that was gross. I'm just going to sit on it. Yeah, right. Okay, so I asked my boss, I was like, do we have like a dress code? Because I was an accountant for restaurants.
Yeah.
And
He was just like, just don't dip it in the food.
Yeah, right. So he was like, no, I mean, everything's going to be fine. I was like, well, I mean, sure, I guess I'll just try and grow my hair out. And then as it got to about like just past my ears, I noticed it started to sit like this and was curly. And that was when I still do love Ninja Sex Party. And if you look up Dan Avedon, his hair is extremely similar to mine. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's the reason I got long hair.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this concert.
You bought the VIP tickets,
I
right?
did. Front row, baby.
Is that where you get to like touch him a little bit?
I don't know if he'll know about it, but it's gonna happen.
Just a big arm out there.
Yeah, it's just oh man. No, I always have had a huge appreciation for Dan because he took a relatively niche thing and made it extraordinarily popular in a comedic sense. Like you and
Music? You're talking about he invented music?
No, not necessarily. Well, he's also on Game Grumps and he does a lot of things. But like essentially it's kind of what we're trying to do in a sense. Like we're comedians, but we're also doing like the podcast, and Nerd News is like a skit-ish kind of thing. We're working on skits now. Like we are trying to bring our unique brand of comedy to things. Right?
Yes.
And that's essentially what he did with music.
Yeah.
With Brian, who is also in the band. I don't know Brian's last name. Now that I think about
Isn't it Ninja Brian?
it is Ninja
So
Brian.
Brian is his last name.
Yes, yeah, Brian is his
first
last
name is Ninja.
But yeah, so Danny and Brian came up with Ninja Sex Party, and it's funny listening to their stories where it's like, yeah, because of what we do, can you imagine what our open mics and like our first gigs looked like where nobody knew who we were?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
imagine,
man.
like that's kind of
So for those who don't know,
yeah.
they would dress in like a 80s spandex
Yeah,
onesie.
yeah, and then Brian was just in like a hoodie with a ninja mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they
And-
would perform goofy songs in front of people at bars.
Yeah, goofy songs about like not getting laid in high school.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Yep, and it's
With just a lot of theatrics.
yeah, oh yeah, and it's amazing. If you've never heard of them or never seen them, do yourself a favor, look at their YouTube videos. They are phenomenal.
They're fun.
And Dan to me is like a person to look forward to, basically trying to follow in the footsteps of creating your own nerdy path.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Seems like a good dude.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So is it seating or are we standing for the show?
We are standing.
Ah, yeah.
The VIP tickets get us in, I believe it's 2 hours early to make sure that we're in the front row.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. I
wasn't.
hate
Hate you.
I was not going to tell you about that
hate you so much.
until it was halfway out of my mouth, and I was like, "Oh, I wasn't going to tell him."
You
yet.
were gonna tell me the show starts at 7, and we're gonna get there at 6:30 for a 9 o'clock show.
I knew you would be upset.
I'm so mad. I am upset.
Well, if I remember correctly, I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go buy tickets to Ninja Sex Party. Do you want to go?" And you said yes, and I was like, "Are you sure they're VIP tickets?" And you're like, "Well, they're a bit more expensive, but you really like them, so I'm down for whatever."
Yeah.
And guess what? Whatever means.
Standing like a horse for 4.5 hours.
Early.
The show's gonna start, and I'm gonna hate everyone.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's pretty fantastic. You're gonna love it.
Oh god, that's the age I'm at though. I'm 33. Like if I go to concerts at the Hi-Fi, I'm like, can I sit down? Where's that back? There's a sit down in the area in the back. I don't even go to like big sporting events or huge concerts. Like Gen Con is like almost too much people to me.
Yeah, but most of the time you sit at Gen Con, so that works out fine.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah.
And I've never given a crap about sports.
2 hours early.
Yeah.
Just to get near the front.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be surrounded by other super fans.
I will fight people to be in the front. So
Yeah.
not only does it give me an edge by getting there early to be in the front,
Yeah.
I'm willing to use violence.
I'm gonna be
Not really, though.
standing
Allegedly.
there. Yeah, allegedly in Minecraft.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be standing there,
Mm-hmm.
and someone's gonna turn to me, and they're gonna go, "What is your favorite song?"
And you're going to tell them Dragon Slayer.
And I go, "I honestly couldn't tell you."
And then I'm going to help them beat you up.
I honestly, the only song I can name is Dragon Slayer.
Which is great.
It's because you just said that.
Yeah.
I know I like a couple of their songs.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you a single thing about it.
Oh, man. They're great. I know every word to every song.
Oh my god.
I'm so excited. This is the first year that I believe they're touring without Twerp because it's an acoustic tour. So that's going to be interesting because Twerp is my second favorite band.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's acoustic. It's 80s acoustic.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible.
I'm gonna hang myself.
That's not on me. I just paid for it.
No, I will have to borrow you. I have to tie it around your shoulder so I can like slouch. It's gonna literally be on.
Yeah,
you.
pull an Epstein. Just
Yeah.
run real hard with toilet paper and say it worked. Oh, man.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so we have got Ninja Sex Party to go to.
Yeah,
And
we are doing that, and we are excited.
Yes, yeah, we are. I'm
Is
excited
there,
enough for
so
both of us.
is that like also a meet and greet or anything?
I'm not sure. They haven't completely come out and say what all is in the VIP tickets, but if it's off of previous years, it's like a signed poster and a bunch of other stuff, and then sometimes it's a quick like Gen Con style Q&A
Oh, okay.
kind of thing,
All right.
and sometimes it's not. I'm not sure.
I did the. So
I think it's also kind of funny because this is their first tour post-COVID,
okay.
so I don't know
It's
how
gonna
they're
be
going to
interesting.
handle that.
It's gonna be interesting. We'll
Yeah.
find out. during Gen Con, I got to hang out at the VIP for the Glass Cannon. Mm-hmm. I got my wife in. And it was so funny because, like, we're all standing around. She's not a fan of the podcast. She's just like, I was like, I love this. I want you to see it. Yeah. She came. She loves D&D and stuff. So she's like, I didn't know this. I loved it. It was great. Not my jam. So we're sitting around in the after party, standing around talking. She goes to the bathroom, and I'm talking. I'm just watching people talk to all the dudes on the podcast, and I see my wife come out, and she shoves the D out. Like, she didn't realize who he was, and was like, he took like a half a step back, and she was tired, so she was just like, ah, and just shoved Troy. And you see just Troy go, the fuck was that?
Oh man, that's funny.
Yes. Oh, speaking of my wife, she's on a road trip right now.
Yeah.
She went to Canada, and she texted me. She was like, I saw a bear. It was far away. It was cool. I was like, all right.
Exhilarating.
And then 3 hours later, she texted me, saw another bear. It was much closer. Not as cool.
Excellent.
Yeah. I was like, what happened? So I was like, what kind of bear was it? Brown or black? She was like, it was a black bear. Rule of thumb. Rule of thumb. If it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, say goodnight. Saved your life. Nerd news. It was a black bear. I was like, what'd you do? And she just goes, we just yelled bear at it till it went away.
Hang on, what did she do? Did she like make it self-actualize and be like, just give it consciousness, and then it panicked and ran off?
I am a bear. I've rent. I'm conscious. I just love that, because if I owed someone money and I saw him across the street, I wouldn't be like, Greg,
until he runs away.
Yeah, like, I don't know why Greg's coming over here. Greg. Oh, I just thought that was funny. Yeah, Ninja Sex Party though. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be
very exciting.
Oh man.
Yeah. Gosh, that was funny. I haven't seen a bear IRL. But no, go ahead.
I don't want to.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like Indiana's known for bears.
No.
So that makes sense.
That's Illinois.
Right. But that's a sports thing. You got me. That's why
I tricked you.
But yeah, I mean, I hunt. So like,
yeah.
You've always got to be ready to run into something in the woods.
Yeah. Are you ready? Are you always ready for a bear?
No, Indiana, it's more of like coyotes.
Coyotes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You have to worry about 6 coyotes, not 1.
Right.
You have to worry about a gang.
Which is why you bring a big gun.
If I saw a bear, I'm like, I hope it doesn't like eating people that have pooped their pants.
Yeah. Right.
I'm going to soil myself and fall over.
Yeah. I mean, I bow hunt. So I will always have my bow.
You like nothing easy.
No, I don't know. I like the challenge.
I built my house with a spoon.
I did not build my house. Yeah, I don't have that kind of motivation. It would have ended up a shed.
Yeah. I can tell you. I mean, look at you.
Oh man, but like when I go bow hunting, you always bring a handgun. Like, you don't just go out there with a bow.
Yeah.
Because if a coyote or something comes up, you're not going to get it with a bow.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, you're not Rambo. So, like, you've got to be ready.
Yeah,
so.
I bring a knife.
Right.
I bring a katana.
All right, calm down, DiCaprio.
I studied the blade.
While you were busy actually using a functioning tool for self-defense.
I was looking like an idiot.
Yeah. I was cutting water bottles like a son of a bitch.
Oh, man, those water bottles, clean cut in half.
Okay, so this is something that is always close to my heart. It's the people.
Cholesterol?
Yeah. The pressure. The days of YouTube where it was a bunch of kids trying to be famous, where like the stereotype of like the fat guy in a fedora cutting water bottles with a katana.
Yeah.
That little bit of YouTube will always stay near and dear to my heart.
Like the Star Wars kid?
Yeah. Airsoft Fatty.
Airsoft
That's
Fatty
his
was
name.
another one?
That's his name. His name is the real big kid that fell over the trash can in that viral video.
I probably haven't seen it. But
gosh, it's so funny. He's actually got a really sad story.
Good. That's great to bring up on this podcast. Go on.
Yeah, no, it's like he got YouTube famous, like raking in money.
Okay.
But he was really young and not all there.
Yeah.
And people came in and were basically like, I can help you manage this.
Oh, no.
And then just wrung him dry.
No.
Yeah, it was like one of the first times It's like the cautionary tale for like YouTubers.
Yeah.
Is like, don't be like Airsoft Fatty. Which hilarious name.
But it's such a, like, hey, I want you to just really.
But yeah, I mean, he's still out there making stuff. Like he got back to like his roots in a way. I mean, he doesn't have the followers that he did.
Yeah.
But like he's trying to get back to what he was because he just got shafted for years by his friends, like the people that were in his videos with him.
Yeah.
Were like, "Hey, we can help you manage this," and just wrung him out. Like it sucks, but that happened to a lot of young YouTubers.
Yeah.
Like have you heard about the contracts and stuff that like I think they're called influencer complexes now. Like they build a house for influencers to live in. There's a certain sector of that for pro gamers where they'll take kids that are building up like Minecraft and whatever game they're playing.
Sure,
right?
yeah.
They'll bring them into this team of game content creators, and then they'll be like, we'll get you these deals and stuff, and they'll sell them in commercials, and they get like 5%.
No.
And it's just, they're ringing kids out like crazy that just want to, it's like their dream to be content creators, right?
Yeah.
And then they're bringing them in because they've got a little bit of a following, and they just buy them out of everything, and then after like a year they spit them out. God. It's horrible.
Thank God I'm never going to be successful.
Yeah.
Or young.
Right. But yeah, no, it's a weird, YouTube exists in a weird world right now.
Yeah.
Because they're still trying to put forward the persona of like, hey, like broadcast yourself. That was the original YouTube like slogan was broadcast yourself. They're trying to be that, but they are incredibly corporate now.
Yeah.
Like it's as corporate as it could possibly be. Like it's such a weird dynamic to sit in.
Yeah.
But you can still get super famous off just making YouTube videos. Like the guy I was telling you about earlier, I love horror content, like horror niche. Horror YouTube is my jam.
Yeah.
Because to me it's so much scarier because it's not a movie, it's not a production studio. This is either a horribly messed up person putting their like
these are my memories.
Yeah.
Like why is that a memory?
Exactly. Or like somebody's manifesto suddenly going to pop up on a YouTube video.
Ooh, not
like
good.
the creepy stuff, the niche parts of YouTube. It was like a boys soft. It's foreign. BOIS OFT.
Okay. That name sounded like
no,
the boy is soft.
Yeah, right. It definitely comes off. It sounds weird, but like his whole thing, his whole series right now is about dealing with your emotions coming out of quarantine.
Yes.
Like everything that I went through during quarantine.
A lot of lotion.
Yeah, right. No, mostly sadness.
Oh.
But it's horror based.
We had different quarantines.
He's an animator. He does these really cool hand drawn animations. I showed you the first
yeah,
video.
it was. I was like, oh, this is fun, and then all of a sudden I was like, nope, I don't like it anymore.
Yeah. But yeah, like that kind of horror content. I think who really sparked that kind of stuff was Marble Hornets.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Adore it.
I
adore it.
got, because they'd have the rake, and the guy would make that noise.
Yeah.
And I hated that noise the most.
So much.
Did not
so
like
much.
it. I used to really love those, but it got too creepy.
Oh, Boisvert. BOISVERT.
Ah, yes.
Please look them up. Amazing. First ever YouTube video posted, 3 million views.
Yeah.
Because it was so creepy, and it's a minute long.
Yeah. I mean, if you want that, that's good views, I guess.
Yeah. Right.
I'm actually glad to be like on the uphill of it. I was talking to a comic who got started, and they're already headlining. They were headlining immediately because they had 1 million followers. So they already had all these people like coming out, and talking to them. They're asking me questions about like stuff that's so apparent to me because I started at 0 and had to build up.
Okay.
Where they skipped open mic, they skipped host, they skipped guest spot, feature. They just went straight to headlining.
Okay.
Like their first show, they did 70 minutes.
That's gnarly.
I
panicked for 3. Like my
because
first,
you're a coward and weak and soft.
Yeah, my first open mic was 3 minutes, and it felt like a lifetime.
Yeah. But they have the advantage. They have fans there,
Yeah.
So they have people there for them. But like they're asking me questions. I was like, because I have this big case I have for all my merch, and they're like, "Oh, when you fly, do you check that?" And I was like, "When I fly?
Yeah.
No, people don't book me flight distances away.
No.
I'll drive.
Road warrior.
Yeah, I was like, I sleep in my car. She goes, "You sleep in your car?"
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it saves me a $80 hotel. She goes, I guess. And I don't like, I discuss pay, but I didn't want to be like, yeah, I'm only making $100 tonight. I drove 2 hours here, 2 hours back.
That's gas money.
It's,
But
but
no, there's definitely a part of that grind though that makes you appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like you really have to love what you do.
well, they grinded up like the videos and stuff, but like what they were getting, they kind of swing back to Airsoft Fatty. What was his name?
Yeah, Airsoft Fatty.
Airsoft Fatty. Nerf Gun Big Boy. She got a bad management. Like the and like she had to sue and like work with all these clubs to get her out of it.
Gotcha.
And so it's the same thing. It happens all over.
Yeah, it's almost better to not explode like that.
Yeah,
because you have the experience of the grind to at least pull you through if you do make it. Or you could just make it immediately and then fight your way out of getting screwed over by people that know more than you.
And they know more specifically to take advantage of
Right,
it.
which is why we're taking our time.
Yeah, we're
We are.
grassroots in this. We actually, did you find out you can make people not follow? Like, we were getting a lot of views. I was like, no, get out of here.
Yeah, we're
just
deleting
deleting views.
any video that gets over, I don't know, 8 views. we just take it down.
Now I want to do the Steve Carell route where you get real good and you have a level head and then you make it big.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Because I do want money. Give me your money.
Yeah, I don't know. I just enjoy making people laugh.
No,
like
it's fun.
At the end of the day, like it's gotten to the point where sometimes when I talk about it with my girlfriend, she's like, "No, I get it. You like making people laugh because you've told me this joke 4 times because it made people laugh real hard last night." And it's like, yeah, but it's the greatest feeling on the planet.
It's great.
Yeah.
So nerd stuff.
Yeah, nerd stuff.
We made it a good the whole episode.
Yeah, pretty much. Sorry. Actually, before we move on, I know I was talking about, have you ever latched on to like a small creator like that?
I'm really bad at...
And I guess it doesn't have to be YouTube. It can be like like a podcast or anything.
Music is kind of like where I'll find like underground people.
Okay, cool.
Like Super Commuter a lot. And they're not, like, Nerdcore is a big thing. MC Front a lot.
For sure.
Super Commuter.
The wonderful defense mechanism.
That
makes our theme.
I got to make sure we get him a shout out at the end. We'll shout him out again. But yeah, he does our theme and he's wonderful. Check him out. Defense Mechanism.
Excellent.
Like, I love finding people like that.
Yeah.
And just because they're doing what they want to do.
Yeah.
Especially with the DIY of nowadays. Like, you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing with music like what we're trying to do with our comedy and podcast.
Yeah.
So, like, you can always appreciate it.
No, they're successful.
Yeah. Right. Right. Well, like I said, like what we're trying to do. Yeah.
We're trying to be successful.
I'm trying.
Oh. We need to have a meeting.
Yeah. Yeah. One of us has got to go. Oh, man. But, yeah.
But, so yeah.
Good talk.
No, we got a couple more minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
So, speaking of YouTube stuff, you showed me that trailer on YouTube. We'll count that as a segue.
Okay.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yep.
Blood and Honey.
Blood and Honey. Yeah, so it's a new horror movie.
Yeah.
Because, like I just said, love horror.
He does.
It is a horror movie with Winnie the Pooh. And the 2-sentence summary is Christopher Robin grew up and abandoned. Like, he's like, I grew up. No reason to go to the 100-Acre Wood anymore. But instead of the movie with Ewan McGregor, where he goes back and they're like, we missed you, and it's like a sad reconnection with your childhood.
Yeah.
It's like, we hate you for abandoning us, and now we're going to kill you and all your friends.
Yeah. And the masks are creepy and weird.
Yeah.
But that's all due to public domain.
Yes.
That's why you see, like, Garfield on insurance signs around here.
Yeah, or the Pink Panther.
Pink Panther.
I noticed that every single insulation company had Pink Panther.
I thought it was one company.
I did too, but it's like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So here was my question. Is there any character that you would love to go into public domain that you could write a story or something about? Like, if you had to pick a character and you were like, I would love to do something with blank, who would it be?
Star Wars. It'd be Star Wars. Because there's a Star Wars movie I'd love to make. Because the whole thing is, like, you don't really know it's a Star Wars movie until the very end. Like, it could be an hour or 10 minutes long. But the whole thing is, like, it's on a, backwater planet, quote-unquote backwater planet, like a very tribal, like, not space-faring civilization. But somehow, like, a laser or like a vibranium sword, not a lightsaber because I'd give it away, but like this powerful technological tool lands
that is
on the planet.
Specific to the Star Wars universe.
yes and no. Like if you know, but it's like not really. You know what I mean? And I want this guy to find it, and he becomes a warlord and becomes a tyrant. And then the whole story is this other guy using like primitive technology, you like taking out the guy and doing a hard fought battle, and it's like rough and ragged at the end. He barely survives, and he finally does it, and he destroys the laser, like the blaster or whatever. And it's like this moment of like, oh my god, he did it, he finally did it. But then in the sky you see the Empire's like ships go
Oh, that'd be great.
to come and take over the planet, just to be like, that's how doomed so many planets were in the Star Wars universe that they just don't talk about. Like they blew up an entire planet, and we're all kind of like, are they that bad?
I love the people that are like, oh, I would totally be in the Empire. It's like don't say that.
That's not
you shouldn't say that.
That's Nazis.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is like anything nerdy, because like Darth Vader, cool, right?
Yeah.
You got to be careful saying that because
Not a good dude.
I remember killing a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
You know, like he had that whole thing where he's like, I didn't only kill the men, I killed the women and the children too.
The women and
it's
children
like,
too.
oh, look at this goofball.
Hey,
Like-
at least he's equal opportunities.
right. But like, oh yeah, Darth Vader's my favorite character. I can understand that.
You can have a favorite character, but you're not supposed to be like, I want to be like him.
Yeah, you don't want to say you're in the Empire. Now, saying that you want to be a Sith is a bit different. Like, because the expanded universe is extraordinarily different. Right?
Okay.
Like in the movies, Sith is obviously bad.
Yeah.
But there's some nuance in the like Revan, my favorite Star Wars character of
Okay.
all time. He defected from being the Jedi to become a Sith because the Jedi wouldn't intervene in a war with the Mandalorians. And
Yes.
because the Mandalorians were just taking over planets. So he defected, took over the Sith to fight that, and then depending on the routes that you take is, you can obviously be super evil. But canon, like, he defected because the Jedi wouldn't do anything. He wasn't necessarily a bad guy. He wasn't wanting people to get slaughtered, and then it gets lost in the way. So, like, it's basically just the Sith code versus the Jedi code.
Yeah. Well, that's like also what Expanded has Gray Jedi.
Yeah.
Which is they're just like, hey, we do both.
Yeah, right.
Right.
It's like saying that there's good and bad sides to the Force defeats the purpose of the neutrality of the Force.
Yeah. The balance.
Right, which now we have Ahsoka Tano, which is about as close as I think Disney's ever going to get to the Grey Jedi. Which great, fantastic character. Amazing. Did great. A dog barking in the background. I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, I think she is an incredible character. I like what they did with her in The Mandalorian. I'm looking forward to seeing her again. I think she's getting her own show. That
think
might be a bit
so.
much.
Well, but you say that anything can be good if it's done right.
Absolutely. You're kind of playing with that line of, like, everybody loves Darth Vader because of the mystique of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Ahsoka Tano was really hated in the first season of the Clone Wars, and then they were like, hey, we're making her too much of like a stereotype kid-ish naive character, and then they turned her into an amazing commander for the rest of like 3 or 4 seasons.
Okay.
Because I remember when that show came out, she was hated. She was like, this is an unnecessary extra character. This is so dumb. And then by season 3, because of the changes and stuff they made, she became
Character
excellent.
growth.
Yes.
Character
yeah,
growth.
Great.
Yeah.
They did it phenomenal. Her getting a whole show as an adult might take away from that mystique of who she became.
Yeah, but it will make Disney a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So did you ever think of that?
Maybe. It might, because She-Hulk's not doing good.
It is not. I was hoping because it was getting review bombed.
Yeah.
I thought,
Yep. And then you watched it.
and I was like,
you were
oh.
like, oh, no, it's actually just not good.
And I hope people are like, I want people to have a good time. I want them to enjoy it, but
Yeah.
just from my perspective, it's objectively not written very well.
No, it's not.
And some of the stuff is so heavy-handed, and I understand some people might need to have a thing so heavy-handed as that.
So you've only seen the first episode, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to watch more.
I have seen all 3.
Oh, you have?
I've been watching it specifically to see what people are saying compared to what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
She doesn't even, other than the attempted murder of those guys.
Well, that was her pre-Hulk
Yeah. Wait, no, it wasn't.
training. Pre-Hulk training.
What? No,
Before
she
she
has the
meditated.
Hulk ability.
No, pre-training.
Training.
She goes through the yoga,
Yeah.
the rock throw.
Right.
She
For sure.
slaps the dude like through picks the guy up before.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah,
yeah.
okay. So
Come on.
the 3rd episode is the first time there's actually a legitimate fight. It's bad. It's so bad. It's just 4 henchman-style dudes that it doesn't explain their abilities, but they have this weird glow aura about them. And then they say some vague stuff like the boss isn't going to like this. And then they come up, and all of them basically do the same thing. They walk up and they hit her, and she doesn't feel it because she's a Hulk.
Yeah.
And then she just kind of either hits or throws, and then the fight's over. It's literally over. Like, have you seen that video of the guy slapping everybody at the...
Yeah.
That's it. That's the fight.
She's barbecue slapping folk?
Yeah, she's barbecue slapping folk.
I mean, I get it. If you're not good at fighting, you're gonna get slapped at the Hulk.
It's more along the lines of you could tell that's what they could do with the CGI.
Oh.
Yes, it's very like we were making fun of the Flash with
God,
the purple.
So bad. Yeah.
Boosh,
skaboo. Ooh.
Yeah, you could really tell that because like the Hulk fights in the movies look amazing.
Yeah.
So they could have done something cool, even if it is henchmen, but it was very much CGI, quick movements.
Yeah.
Not great.
Ah.
And I think it's because they're doing too much. They're doing so much that their departments for CGI and animation are just falling by the wayside.
Yeah. They need to get a union or something, get their shit together because they're
not even necessarily a union, but focus their projects more.
Yeah, well, and they're just demanding too much, and they're paying not enough, and they're not hiring enough people.
Yeah.
And
they're going for quantity over quality.
Yeah, which is gonna bite them. It's gonna get.
Oh, I mean, it already is. I mean, the turnouts and the drop in. So
well, it's no longer special either.
Correct,
because you have a new movie every 2 weeks.
And yeah, a new movie or TV show. So I was looking up trends in viewerships. Right, if there is a new big announcement thing, right, there will be tons of people that watch the first episode.
Yeah.
And then there's always a huge drop off going forward because everybody will try it. And then, so there was an article that was written that was like, don't worry, She-Hulk is still good. The first episode drop off of viewership is common for all shows. That viewership drop is somewhere between like 40 and 60% normally, which seems wild.
That's a lot.
But for She-Hulk, it was 88%.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like, I get it. You're trying to justify it, but it's not even within the realm of the average.
No.
So, like, you got to take that into perspective, right? But, yeah not great. I'm going to finish it out, but, whew,
yeah,
it's hard. Like, 3 episodes with no action, and the action was 30 seconds in bad CGI is a rough ask for superhero stuff.
But but they are going for a different vibe of the
sure.
show. So I think that's not necessarily a bad thing.
I think Abomination, he makes an appearance.
Yeah.
Looks really good. I know people were like, oh, he looks so different than the first movie. Yeah, but he looks...
the first movie was 20 years ago.
Not the 2003 one. The MCU one. With, what was the guy's name before Bruce Banner?
Eric Bana?
Was it Eric Bana?
Eric Bana and then Edward Norton.
Edward Norton was the MCU one. Eric Bana was like the 2003 offshoot movie that was just a standalone Hulk thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked that one. It got crapped on a lot, but I loved it.
I was
also 8 years old.
Yeah, Nick Nolte's voice, his acting is just going,
yeah.
I'm your father.
But who was the second guy you said?
Eric Bana.
No, the other guy.
Edward Norton.
Edward Norton. He was the first Hulk before they got Bruce Banner in the MCU.
Yeah, before they got Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo. And then and Abomination was the big bad of that movie, and he has not appeared until She-Hulk.
Yeah.
They updated his look to look more like comic book Abomination.
Okay.
Because like in the movies, they always make him a radiation monster.
Yeah.
Normally, he's got like the weird like fishy kind of appearance.
I like
he
how
looks really good. That was one thing that I can praise She-Hulk for. They made Abomination, I think, look good.
Yeah, and they're mad. Like, why does he look different? The
Yeah.
irradiated monster changed in the last 20 years, 15 years, 10
Their
years.
reasoning for why he looks different was a bit dumb. It was
they
basically
reasoned
just
it?
like adaptation. Like I adapted and stuff like that. It's
Oh,
like you've
so-
been in prison. How could you adapt?
It's a moist prison.
Yeah.
It's very wet.
Right. But yeah, so like I think they did good. I think Abomination looked good. There's certain aspects of it that look fine.
That's good.
But overall the story is just bad and they can't really carry much.
I mean, I am interested to see what the story is. The story just like her going through hulking?
Kind of.
Okay.
It's very convoluted. Like it's difficult to even describe without sitting down and just watching it.
All right.
Because it won't make sense.
Yeah,
unless
I'll
you've seen
try to watch them. I'm gonna watch some Lord of the Rings. as well. But I think that's all the time we got.
I think so. Yeah.
That's it. We had a good goof and chat.
Right.
You got any shows coming up?
I do have a show. It's at the Comedy on the Lawn, October 1st. I am opening for Lucas Waterfield.
Oh, very funny gentleman.
Yes.
Winner of 2021's Indianapolis's funniest person.
Yes, absolutely hilarious.
Rigged contest.
Because you didn't win.
Because I've never placed.
But
Where's that at?
I'm not sure. I looked at the poster and I didn't see the address. But because it's October 1st, I'm letting you know now.
Oh, yeah.
And when I get more information, I will say.
Good call.
But yeah, October 1st. I'm sure also if you Google it, Comedy on the Lawn, it should come up.
Yeah. Find you on
So,
Facebook.
Yeah.
At Tyler Waltz.
Instagram, Facebook.
Follow you on the internet at Tyler Waltz
Yeah,
Comedy.
The interwebs. But that's what I got going on.
The internet. I have a couple of shows coming up. I'm going to be at Puddler's Hall in Grand Rapids, Michigan?
Okay.
Puddler's Hall, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I don't know. I may have deleted the wrong thing on my calendar. That's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be at Beer Brewery on the 10th, and then a show I can't tell you about on the 24th in Indianapolis, and Flicks Brew House in Carmel, Indiana on the 29th. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm so smart. And
yeah.
catch me. If you're going to Mothman, let me know. I'm going to Mothman Festival.
I'm still trying to figure out if I can go.
It's all right. I'm going to go. It's going to be a good time.
Right. Well, you can't go without me.
No, that's a bold lie.
But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. We love you all. Leave a comment because we are currently in the middle of a lot of shows that are getting very bad reviews.
Yeah.
Let us know if you actually liked any of them and why, because in a sea of people shitting on stuff, obviously there's going to be people that like it, and that's cool. That's fine.
I want you to like. I want these shows to be
Yes,
good.
I also want them to be good. So let us know what you like about them.
Yeah, let us know what you like. Let us know a good show to watch. And also, leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend.
Let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yeah, give us thoughts, thoughts and prayers. Big shout out to Defense Mechanism for doing our theme. Very, very funny guy. Find him, buy his album. Just had an album come out last week.
Nice.
So make sure to check out Defense Mechanism. Tell a friend. Email us at thenerdnewschannel@gmail.com.
Yep.
I'm at Tyson Cox Comedy.
And I am at Tyler Waltz Comedy. Thank you all and good night.